Have you ever received the observation that you are exhibiting tendencies of reticence or eccentricity due to your inclination towards solitude? Perhaps you are the individual at social gatherings who discovers oneself contemplating the surroundings, observing subtleties that elude the attention of others rather than hastily engaging in every dialogue. Individuals may ponder the reasons behind your lack of conformity, why you occasionally appear aloof, or why one finds solace in silence. However, consider this. There exists a notion that often goes unspoken. What if what is often referred to as antisocial behavior is indeed an indication of superior intellect? Then those in your vicinity appears audacious. Correct, however. I urge you to set aside all that you have been informed regarding what it signifies the state of being sociable or conforming to societal norms. Consider the implications of Carl Jung. One of the most esteemed psychologists in history was, what if the majority of individuals are merely responding without deep contemplation? And what follows? What you perceive as antisocial is, in fact, a more profound. Let us engage in a candid examination of the predominant forms of awareness. Individuals navigate through existence conforming to the surrounding milieu. They find amusement in the laughter of others, indicating a shared understanding. All individuals acquiesce, adhering to the established guidelines of casual conversation and collective reasoning frequently without ever inquiring into the reasons. However, there lies a nuance. Those who discreetly observe, those who refrain from imposing themselves, those who conform, are typically the individuals who perceive the reality that remains unacknowledged by others. Do not merely accept things. They engage in analysis. They do not merely adhere. They observe the deficiencies within the framework. Nevertheless, the world endeavors to persuade you there appears to be a flaw in your reasoning. If you find yourself lacking enthusiasm for social engagement out each evening, or if you inquire superficial dialogues, one becomes categorized as remote, challenging, or perhaps fractured. However, if you're not socially withdrawn in any way? What if you find yourself conscious in a reality that is in a state of drowsiness? Allow me to share a truth. Intelligence does not manifest through volume or consistently articulating the most appropriate response at the appropriate moment. Involves is the act of recognizing what it pertains to the read, and to challenge the prevailing norms, regardless of the implications. Entails dedicating additional time to solitary contemplation, engaging profoundly, or occasionally refraining from participation. In Jung, he articulated that the majority of this was comprehended. Individuals seldom achieve a true acquaintance with their own essence, due to their preoccupation with experiencing scripts composed by societal structures or familial units. The cohort of individuals surrounding you in order to gain a profound understanding of oneself. He remarked that one frequently needs to detach oneself, distinguish from the masses, and face the possibility of it. Is in this context that your role becomes significant. Let us explore further the individuals who are perpetually enveloped in cacophony, who never cease the discourse with those who perpetually seek affirmation. These individuals frequently find themselves evading their own contemplations. They occupy their itineraries, unfurl ceaselessly on their devices, transition seamlessly between various groups. What is the reason behind this? Due to the inherent discomfort of silence in moments of silence, their internal uncertainties emerge, and uncertainties begin to articulate. However, for you, solitude is not a source of fear. Rather, it is home is not a sign of frailty. That is a demonstration of fortitude. Jung referred to this as the journey of the process of becoming distinct or individual. Is the process of distinguishing oneself from the congregated clamor and discovering your authentic mini-individual. Individuals fail to reach their potential. They are excessively occupied with conforming. However, those who manage to do so, they are the individuals who transform the world. Even if the world never genuinely comprehends them, consider this. Have you ever observed how individuals who exert the most significant influence throughout history, the creators and visionaries, thinkers, and even the most friends of considerable insight you are familiar with, were typically those referred to as unconventional, peculiar, or socially withdrawn at a certain juncture? They did not exhibit an obsession with integrating seamlessly. They prioritized the pursuit of truth in contrast to popularity. They observed and acquired knowledge, spoke solely when they possessed something of genuine substance to articulate. If you have ever experienced the sensation that you do not fit and that you are on a separate, the wavelength from the majority is as follows. Young. It is important for you to understand that your intellect is it is a conundrum. It is a present, yet you are not. Reclusive you exhibit a heightened state of awareness and perceptiveness, more adept at perceiving what the majority of individuals will never. Let us engage in a discussion regarding the reasons behind this occurrence. It transcends mere personality. It encompasses the manner in which individuals interpret the world around them, is often shaped by their unique perspectives. The cognitive faculties are attuned to the collective survival of the group, observe the signals from others, and emulate their actions. The dynamics of behavior elucidate the mechanisms behind the rapid proliferation of trends. The rationale behind widespread participation is thus established. Justification for nearly everything except your intellect does not merely take things at face value. You engage in inquiry. You observe recurring themes. You acquire knowledge. Rapidly lose interest in superficial dialogue that is not a deficiency. Rather, it represents an elevation. Awareness in action presents a fascinating aspect. Research indicates that individuals who exhibit greater intelligence or possess a deeper understanding of the inner realms frequently appear to lack a sense of connection to extensive assemblies and increasingly intertwined with concepts, creativity, or even the natural world. It is not that you are incapable of socializing. Rather, it is a matter of choice on your part. One must manage their energy with great consideration, and that is precisely what distinguishes you from others. Let us be candid. Many individuals may not comprehend this. They will attempt to persuade you to alter your stance. They might assert, simply make a concerted effort to integrate more fully into social circles. Embrace a more extroverted demeanor. One should not adopt an overly grave demeanor. However, that is akin to requesting a tree to embody the essence of a river is a futile endeavor intended to conform to the prevailing currents of thought. One is intended to flourish in the environment where these foundations are established. Exhibit considerable strength. This is not a matter of exhibiting arrogance or regarding others from a superior perspective. It pertains to comprehending that intellect is not perpetually boisterous. At times, there exists a profound silence. At other moments, it resonates with intensity. A solitary individual engaged in reading during lunch, contemplating, or merely witnessing existence. Jung posited that these instances of solitude is where true self-awareness resides. Commences in solitude. One can truly listen. Your individual reflections distinct from others. The noise of others. This is where the majority individuals often err. They dedicate their entire existences endeavoring to escape the void of silence. However, one derives knowledge from it. One discovers. You transform isolation into an exceptional instrument. Therefore, on the next occasion that an individual, it has been suggested that you exhibit antisocial tendencies. Keep this in mind. You are not diminished. Rather, you are enhanced. You are enhanced, perceptive, increasingly contemplative, and more cognizant. One perceives the world with a heightened sense of awareness. Even in the midst of universal pretense, it is worth noting that you are not solitary in this endeavor. Across the globe, individuals akin to yourself exist. Contemplative minds, profound spirits. Those who do not conform, as they were never intended to collaborate. You are effecting change together. The world exists in a hushed manner, with each sincere contemplation unfolding gradually. an era before we explore further into the psychological underpinnings of global phenomena, misinterprets your intentions, and the ways in which you can leverage your abilities to mold your own existence. May I inquire if you are prepared to observe your purportedly antisocial aspect as your extraordinary ability in the subsequent section? We shall proceed to analyze the specific methodologies employed by Jung unveiled to enhance your subtle intellect to your utmost benefit. Remain in my company, and you shall observe the essence of existence. Being different is not a detriment. It is your concealed strength. Cutting edge thus. You are now aware of your reserved disposition, and deep reflections are not shortcomings. They are indeed. It is your concealed prowess. However, how does one uncover it? Is it possible to harness this strength within the context of our world that perpetually encourages conformity? Articulate your thoughts and align with the majority. This is where the teachings of Carl Jung genuinely originate. Jung was not merely vocal about existence. Distinct, he provided us with a framework for transforming that distinction into something formidable. Let us commence with a fundamental reality. The majority individuals navigate their existence in a state of automatic operation. They conform to expectations and behave in accordance with societal norms. Desire and seldom take a moment to inquire, is that truly me? That is precisely where you find yourself in your pursuit of understanding. You engage in inquiry, you scrutinize, and you reflect. Understand the importance of taking a moment to reflect when faced with a situation does not seem appropriate. Jung referred to this as the inception of personal development, the enduring journey of evolving into your authentic essence, rather than merely an imitation of all others, yet embracing your authentic. I see self-discovery is a challenging endeavor, as society often gravitates towards the allure of comfort. Many individuals derive a sense of security from the presence of others. Regarding the patterns observed in preferences and engagements, there exists a desire to desire acceptance so intensely that they relinquish their essence, fragments of their essence, to conform. Yet one perceives that the true journey lies in within. You experience a compelling desire to delve deeper into the probe, to pose challenging inquiries, to uncover in defense of veracity. Regardless of the consequences, solitary that embodies the essence of a genuine person. Jung posited that this odyssey is what imbues existence with significance. He penned, the ultimate opportunity in life is to realize one's true self. Indeed, one must engage in such endeavors. Confront the various aspects of your being and the external environment that many individuals tend to overlook. One must engage in careful observation, genuinely reflecting on your thoughts and emotions, even those that provoke discomfort. That is the genuine distinction between mere existence and genuinely existing. This is the point at which your purported antisocial behavior emerges. Habits transform into your strategic advantage. One observes that when one is not preoccupied by ceaseless discourse or the compulsion to conform in your experience, there exists an opportunity to observe various phenomena. Others do not perceive the underlying patterns. You possess an acute sense for them. When an anomaly presents itself and you observe, this capacity is manifested through disingenuous conduct, what Jung referred to as perceiving through one's own lens. It is a talent that eludes the majority of individuals, evolved due to their preoccupation with imitation what is currently in vogue. Consider this. Have you reflected on it? Have you ever observed a collective dialogue among individuals? I observe the external environment and perceive details that others overlooked. Perhaps you have observed those who are feigning authenticity, who is genuinely content, or who conceals their true feelings apprehensive, while others are adrift into the cacophony. You are discerning intricacies while perusing. In the nuances, this transcends mere simplicity. Intuition represents an elevated form of understanding. Cognition is the rationale behind the frequent admiration expressed by individuals such as yourself. Evolve into individuals who address challenges and innovate. Visionaries perceive the underlying truths, occurring beyond mere popular opinion. Occurring young additionally cautioned regarding the peril associated with the assemblage. When one finds oneself in the constant company of others, one begins to forfeit their embrace your own thoughts as they intertwine with those of others, and before long, the distinction between your boundaries and those of others becomes indistinguishable. They commence with the understanding that your instances of solitude hold significant importance in those tranquil moments. Moments when you reestablish a connection with your authentic self-reflections and emotions. You begin to place your confidence, one's own intellect. And that is the path to becoming a person who guides rather than merely adheres. However, this journey is not without its challenges. At times, remaining authentic to one's essence signifies experiencing a sense of isolation or a lack of comprehension. You may observe your surroundings and ponder, why does it appear that others exude such ease within the assembly? The reality is that the majority of individuals are simply more adept at feigning. They have acquired the skill of donning masks with remarkable proficiency, the intricate practice of conforming. Yet beneath the surface, numerous are equally perplexed or disoriented, as you may be experiencing at times. There exists a reluctance to acknowledge it. This is the location where you may apply your leverage, your intellect, rather than perceiving your distinction as the barrier separating you from the external realm as your portal to the authentic essence of the world. Mysteries your capacity to withdraw and reflect, enhances your comprehension of others more effectively than they possess a profound self-awareness. It compels you an improved listener, a more astute thinker. And should you opt for a more empathetic companion, let us explore various methods through which one may utilize the purported antisocial aspect to achieve success in life. Youthful, aesthetic ones who'd have confidence in their intuitive judgments. When one experiences an unusual sensation regarding, observe the individual or circumstance closely. The mind is attuned to perceive nuanced signals. Do not allow others to dictate your voice. From your instincts, Jung held the belief that intuition represents a manifestation of the unconscious mind, the kind of intelligence that sustains you secure and facilitates more informed decision-making. To appreciate your solitude. The majority of individuals steer clear of solitude as it compels individuals to confront their own essence. Yet, you flourish in the absence of noise. One often discovers the most profound insights. Utilize this period to engage in the act of creation. Contemplate and rejuvenate. Recall that solitude is the realm in which leaders and creators engage in their most profound endeavors. 3. Pose more insightful inquiries. While others engage in trivial conversation, engage in profound inquiry. Reflect upon your thoughts and seek insights from others. Queries of significance. What accounts for your current emotional state? What is it that you truly seek to achieve in your existence? What lies beneath the veracity of an individual's statements? Jung posited that profound inquiries result in the journey of self-exploration and the insights it fosters toward genuine advancement. 4. Observe. Do not merely respond. In a society fixated on immediacy, opinions and hasty conclusions should not dominate our discourse. Who observes initially? Pay attention to the energy present in the room prior to articulating. Observe who is present at ease, yet uncertain. Authentic. This elevates you beyond mere intelligence to a realm of wisdom. Establish boundaries without remorse. Due to your reserved nature or discerning choices with your energy does not imply rudeness, or being cold signifies a reverence for one's own time. In intellect, Jung urged individuals to pay tribute to their limits. Regardless of external perceptions, comprehend this is what sustains your well-being. And concentrated. 6. Engage with individuals who comprehend your perspective. One does not require an extensive circle. A few genuine connections suffice. Companions who grasp your essence hold significant value. Numerous spurious connections seek individuals who recognize and value your profound insights. Your candor and distinctive viewpoint. Jung posited that authentic connection begins with authenticity. Regardless of the circumstances, entails a certain rarity. Utilize your discernment. To assist others, your capacity to perceive the truth can serve as a valuable offering to others as well. Extend an attentive listener. Should you observe an issue, propose a resolution. That Jung posited individuals who possess a profound self-awareness frequently excel in providing assistance to others, where they perceive the concealed depths the surface. Certain individuals may contend, however, does this lifestyle not evoke a sense of solitude? The response is, not particularly. It is merely solitary. If one holds the conviction that they are the sole individual in such a circumstance, and in the realm of existence, one can observe that there are countless individuals who engage in contemplation, keen observation, and possess a tranquil intellect, contributing uniquely to the greater good each and every day. You are not solitary. You are an integral member of an uncommon and influential collective that molds the world through innovative thought. Moreover, it is essential to consider the entirety of Jung's philosophical framework. Concerns the pursuit of one's most authentic identity, does it not? Regardless of societal expectations. It is fundamentally about engaging in introspection to uncover your own, the essence of reality, and subsequently allowing that essence to influence the manner in which you experience affection and fork. E-connections with the world. Some may label you as reclusive, yet Jung would regard you as genuine in a realm abundant. The authenticity of copies holds immeasurable value. Thus, on the next occasion when you find yourself inclined to express regret in embracing your uniqueness, do not forget that you are not alone. You are currently engaged with a profound resonance. Your quietude is not emptiness, is replete with profound insights and concepts. Your inquiries do not represent challenges, serve as a conduit to authenticity. As you navigate through the journey of existence, employ these insights. Embrace the art of discerning intuition and cherish the significance of introspective moments. Establish firm boundaries and consistently maintain. Formulating more insightful inquiries. That is the method by which one transforms what others refer to as transform your vulnerabilities into form. Ideable assets, however, our journey is far from complete. In the concluding segment, I will demonstrate precisely how to transform your subtle wisdom applied to practical situations outcomes. Strategies for cultivating self-assurance and fostering connections, according to your own principles, and utilize all resources. Jung was instructed to embrace an existence that resonates deeply, profoundly liberating, and profoundly authentic to your essence. Ensure you do not overlook this opportunity. If you have reached this point, you have commenced the process of perceiving oneself, and you now perceive the world from a distinct perspective. That your purportedly antisocial aspect is not a curse. Rather, it signifies a more profound understanding, cognition, and genuineness. Much like Carl Jung stated, that understanding this is merely the inception of genuine metamorphosis arises when one engages with this consciousness to mold your existence according to your own principles with assurance, composure, and intention. Let us consolidate all elements and create. How can one transform their tranquility into practicality? Transforming keen observations into tangible outcomes. Initially, we must confront a challenging reality. The majority individuals may never fully grasp the essence of what it is. I appreciate your perspective on the world. They may not comprehend the significance you attribute to silence and the reasons behind it. At times, one may require a degree of separation or perhaps a more compact environment. Conversations may seem devoid of substance, yet that is perfectly acceptable. The objective is not to attain universal comprehension. The objective is to attain a deeper comprehension of oneself. It is evident that the perspectives of others may diminish in significance. Jung held the conviction regarding their influence over you was the pathway to genuine liberation. One construct assurance, through embracing your uniqueness, the initial step involves ceasing the act of apologizing. There is no obligation to conform to the norm. Diminish your own presence to elevate those around you. The world is populated by a multitude of individuals who are feigning behind facades, stating what can be anticipated in light of prevailing trends. Conformity is evident, yet you perceive the facade. It is indeed quite uncommon to truly engage in independent thought. Commence by establishing a commitment to oneself. Shall not exchange my genuine self for approval. Confidence transcends mere existence. The most prominent presence in the space. It concerns understanding one's identity and embracing it, even if that renders you the most reticent. Each instance you place your confidence in your intuition whenever you select your own course. One is cultivating genuine self-assurance from the inside out. Engage in dialogue according to your own principles. There is no necessity to compel oneself into ceaseless dialogues or insincere enthusiasm concerning matters that hold no significance for you. Establishing boundaries is entirely acceptable. It is perfectly fine to decline invitations that deplete you. Instead, prioritize quality over energy. The measure of connection. Engage in discussions of significance with individuals who comprehend your experiences. If you encounter difficulties with, engage in meaningful dialogue by posing genuine inquiries. Rather than inquiring about the weather, pose the question of what is occurring. Has been a source of inspiration for you recently, rather than what is it that you do and why does it matter to you? Many individuals are genuinely yearning for authenticity. They simply lack the understanding of how to commence your journey. You have the potential to guide others forward. 3. Leverage your understanding for advancement. Your capacity for observation and contemplation is an instrument not merely for existence, but for development, while others hastily navigate through EXI. Stent's autopilot grants you the ability to pause, inquire, and to beseech. Incorporate reflection into your daily routine, even if only briefly. 5 minutes each day to ponder the question: what insights did I acquire today? How did I experience those moments? What alterations might I consider for tomorrow? Gradually, occupy the void within with diversions, ceaseless scrolling, and perpetual cacophony. Retail intrigue and social dynamics. However, one can harness the power of solitude to foster creativity. Engage in activities that hold significance. Create, illustrate, construct. Initiate a supplementary endeavor to articulate your thoughts and creativity. Methods that hold significance for you rather than merely to obtain. Jung posited that preferences or validation are significant factors. Creativity represents the authentic journey toward completeness. In the act of creation, one establishes a profound connection with one's own intellect, and, at times, one finds a connection with others in manners that language cannot convey. 5. Transform isolation into resilience. Many individuals tend to avoid solitude due to it compels them to confront their own realities. However, one possesses the ability to engage in contemplation and reflect upon one's own thoughts, your uncertainties, your aspirations. Transform that solitude into your greatest asset. Engage in meditation, take leisurely walks, and allocate time for reflection. Engage with melodies that evoke these moments will rejuvenate your spirit. Methods that no assembly could ever replicate. 6. Set established limits and safeguard your vitality. All individuals are entitled to the insights of your intellect and compassion. Cultivate the ability to decline with grace. However, with a sense of resolve. It is not necessary for you to articulate your thoughts and reasoning to all recall each instance in which you decline an experience that depletes your energy. You are suggesting affirmative to that which nourishes your essence. 7. Seek out your community. It may require patience. However, There exist individuals who will comprehend and value the authentic essence of your being, explore communities both in the digital realm and in the physical world. Existence characterized by profound dialogues are greetings to a place where inquisitiveness thrives. Reflective and sincere, a single authentic connection holds greater value than 100 superficial ones. Allow Your Strangeness serves as a compelling attractor for the appropriate individuals. Utilize Jung's insights to mold your perspective. The teachings of Carl Jung encompass a profound exploration of the human psyche. The journey of self-exploration, yet he maintained a belief in utilizing that understanding to embrace life with audacity. He stated, "Those who gaze outward dream. Those who look within. Within, a consciousness stirs. You have embarked on your journey. Examine within. Subsequently, harness that consciousness to mold your own existence. Do not acquiesce to a mere existence of continuing on. Have faith in your inquisitiveness. Embrace novel experiences, regardless of their initial peculiarity or daunting. Continue your pursuit of knowledge. Embrace the challenge yourself. The more you venture beyond the comfort zone defined by your own parameters, the greater one evolves into their authentic essence." 9. Welcomes the experience of being misinterpreted. Occasionally, individuals may assign labels to you, may perceive you as peculiar, aloof, or even overconfident. Allow them. This indicates that you have transcended, existing in accordance with their anticipations. Every remarkable innovator, visionary, and pioneer throughout history has been misinterpreted. At initially, there is no necessity to engage in debate or provide evidence. Allow your actions to reflect your insights. Your composed assurance conveys your essence. 10. Acknowledge your advancement. You have arrived beyond your current understanding. Each instance you opted for veracity over the notion of popularity arises whenever you placed your trust in your everyday. You created an environment for your instincts. Contemplation reveals that you have been evolving, even in the absence of overt acknowledgement. None other perceived it. Embrace that. Seize it. An appreciation for the audacity to contemplate the nuances of existence and embrace a transformative approach to experience life. Should you find yourself questioning your journey, take a moment to reflect. The most daunting aspect, as articulated by Jung, is to embrace one's entirety. It is not invariably straightforward. However, the outcome is a life that resonates authentically, a life that is inherently one's own to you, rather than to the script of others. Therefore, on the subsequent occasion that an individual addresses you, an introspective moment, followed by a subtle smile, will reveal understanding. The essence of reality reveals that you are not diminished. Rather, you are enhanced. Increased awareness, heightened vitality, greater readiness to pose challenging inquiries in pursuit of genuine responses, and craft an existence that resonates with your authentic self. If this video prompted a re-evaluation of your self-percept, tie-in illuminated if it evoked reflections of your own fortitude or bestowed upon you the bravery to have confidence in your intellect, I kindly request your assistance. Kindly express your thoughts in the comments below. Share your reflections or simply leave a brief note. I'm not antisocial. I simply possess a higher level of intellect. Let us present ourselves to the world in the discussion. What is the number of contemplative minds that exist in the world, affecting change? And should you desire further engagement videos of this nature concerning psychology, the journey of self-exploration, and its significance, contemplate profoundly amidst the clamor of existence. Engage with that notion. Activate the subscription option. Alerts your support contributes to the expansion of this channel and assists individuals similar to yourself in navigating their paths. Bear in mind that solitude is an illusion. The world is vast and interconnected, requires individuals who possess a unique perspective, who contemplate profoundly and possess the fortitude to navigate their unique journey. Maintain your inquisitive spirit, remain authentic, and never falter. Do not allow anyone to diminish your worth for simply being. This serves as a reminder you are not. Reclusive, you possess a superior intellect compared to them, and that is evident. Your influence,